I'm also an aging comic, as you can see. Some of you know because you booked me many, many years ago. And I'm an aging comic. I know this because I had my 50-year checkup a few years. Well, actually, it's been almost a decade now. Just out of interest, how many of you have been through that hilarity for yourselves? Let's see. Come on, let me see your hands. Yeah. Okay, I can tell that many of you have just by the color of your hair or lack thereof. Yeah, the 50-year checkup, of course, is the one where a normal, healthy person, or I shouldn't say normal, a healthy person has their first exposure to the whole idea of the colonoscopy. If I could just if I could just break that word down for you here at the beginning of our worship time. Colon. That refers to the last 5 or 6 feet of the large intestine. And oscopy, oscopy, which is a medical term, which literally translated means garden hose with camcorder. My doctor described for me what I was going to be experiencing, and I said, well, okay, but you are going to put me out for this, aren't you? And I don't know how I feel about my doctor's bedside manner. He actually laughed right in my face. He said, no, you can watch the whole thing if you want. I said, no, I don't think I'm that flexible. And then, to make it worse, the night before, I had to drink 3 big plastic bottles of this stuff meant to cleanse my digestive system. And I don't know how you felt about it, sir and ma'am. But I found that stuff to be really effective. 3 a.m., I was in my favorite place, and I heard my wife in the kitchen, and she came in from digging around in the garbage pail there. She had an empty plastic bottle. She said, "You did dilute this stuff, didn't you?" Well, that would explain it. Not only cleansed my digestive system, it cleansed every. I lost computer files that night. And then, as if this wasn't enough, the instruction sheet from the hospital, and by the way, you don't need to do it at the hospital. I did, but I later found out that the hospital is indeed the most expensive place that you can go through this. Didn't matter to me because I have a health insurance policy that covers virtually everything. But unfortunately, I have a $3 million deductible, I later found out that. But it covers 80% above that, so it's pretty good. But I was the instruction sheet from the hospital. You can get it cheaper, by the way, is the point I was going to make in the strip malls. Colonoscopy dry cleaner places. They're there for your convenience. But they are not all that convenient, though they say they are. But you got to keep putting in the quarters. And you do not want to be a coin short. I'm telling you that. I'm telling you. Just saying. I'm just saying. The instruction sheet said, when you before you come to the hospital for this 6 a.m. procedure, be sure to drink 3,800 milliliters of water. So I'm from Minnesota, not Manitoba. I'm not into metrics, so I have no idea what 3,800 milliliters is. So I'm in there with at 5 o'clock in the morning in my kitchen with a measuring cup and a bowl and a ruler, trying to figure out how many milliliters are in an inch. 3.8 liters, as many of you know. That's a quarter cup short of a gallon of water, which I had to drink before I went to the hospital. I got to the hospital, and the nurse said, Mr. Stromberg, how are you feeling? I said, well, not so well. I just drank a gallon of water. I'm quite uncomfortable. I said, can you explain to me why this was necessary? She said, well, we need to do a urinalysis, and we need to make sure we have an adequate sample. How much do you need? She said, well, you need to fill up that little plastic cup. From here? Because I hope so, because otherwise this isn't even going to be a challenge. And then she took the cup and she gave it to me, which was disappointing and frankly a little condescending, because I was pretty sure I could have done it. The whole point is that it made me feel old, and this procedure. And also it made me feel old because the doctor was like 15. Fortunately, he wasn't there by himself. His girlfriend came along. They had their earbuds in the whole time. I didn't mind, though. I didn't mind because they gave me a pill, a sedative. Wow. Does anybody know what it's called? No, that's a different drug. The generic name of this one was, sure, go ahead, I don't mind, do whatever you want. Same idea. And it worked.